Hello. So you might be wondering, how many hours do you actually need to work as an online coach, or what you should be doing? You're self-employed now. You don't have someone telling you what time to come in and where. So it's natural you might wonder. Now, my name's Harry. If you haven't seen my videos before, the reason why I'm putting these up is because I want to help as many people as possible get in the best shape, fitness, and just have the best mental well-being as possible. How I do that is I give you guys free content on YouTube, obviously fitness coaches you can use to get more clients and get them better results. Now, everyone would like to have a low commitment, flexible, low hour job because, well, people are naturally lazy, but the reality is that that's not possible. And the thing that pisses me off quite a bit is that's how online coaching is sold. It's sold as this flexible job that, people don't have to work hard on. They can just work whenever they want for a few hours and then go out for the rest of the day. And that's what you're probably seeing on social media. And I can tell you that's absolutely not true. You can have a flexible job where if you want to go out to the gym in the middle of the day, you can do those things. You can go out with a friend for lunch or adjust your hours, but that's all it is, you're adjusting. If that means that you're taking a break in the middle of the day, then guess what? You might be working a bit later. Imagine you were on a racetrack and the racetrack was this very boring straight road from start to finish. And you had two cars. One car would go on it and drive all day, every single day, take a break obviously overnight and every now and then, but the other car would just go for a few hours, stop, go into a side road and get distracted and just work for a few hours. Well, the car that would get there quickest is the one that's going to relentlessly pursue it and get to the end. What you need to be doing is being like the car, which is going on it relentlessly, consistently, and actually working hard. So the only reason, if you've ever worked in a job before, or if you was a PT, that you showed up on those hours is because someone told you you're working on these hours. You had that accountability, you had that person looking over your shoulders, and it's the exact same with yourself. What you should be doing is setting yourself some hours so you know when you're working all the time. You shouldn't think, oh, I'll do some work there, do some work there, and just see how the day goes. Personally, I've never seen that work for anyone, whether you're starting at 9, whether you're starting at 8, whether you're starting at 10, as late as that. But whenever you're starting, you need to have a start and finish time and optimize a workflow that you think you can do reasonably every day. So if you want to go gym first thing in the morning, then work out what time you would be back. Allow enough time to say, right, well, I'm starting at 8:30 or I'm starting at 9. And then think, well, I might want to break at 1 o'clock or whatever it is, and then optimize that in. That's exactly what you need to be doing. Organize your time schedule and set it as a routine. And you need to make that clear because guess what? There's quite a lot of distractions since people think you're just free all the time. Family might want to do things, friends might want to do things. You just need to set it as a clear expectation. Get it into your head that you are working at these times. Yes, you might be flexible if it's a relative's birthday and you might want to see them at 2 o'clock, but you're usually working, then you can just work till 10 or 9 that day. But like I said at the start of the video, the work needs to be done and you need to set that expectation that this is work for you. I don't think you need to be relentlessly doing 12-hour days or anything like that, because personally, I've done those and I don't think they're very productive because the next day you feel fucked and you don't want to do any work. But I think 8 hours a day or 8 to 9 is a good average that you should aim for because you're going to get what you need to be done. And if you're thinking, well, what do I actually spend that time doing? Just think about what are the micro tasks you can do, which are going to help you contribute to your goal of obviously getting more clients and getting them in great shape. Where it's obviously going to be doing check-ins, checking in with your client on the phone as well, WhatsApp between your next check-in, also spending time marketing, making content, editing content, coming up with ideas, researching and learning about things that are going to help you in your business. All of these things, just little tasks you can do every day which are going to propel you closer to your goal. Don't focus on how am I going to get a client in today or getting this done today. Focus on what you can do, which is eventually going to lead you to get there. And because you're online all the time as an online coach, surprise, surprise, you'd be shocked at how distracted you get and how much of your time actually gets wasted. Because one thing I started doing is tracking my time. I used to think like a few months ago that I was working ridiculously hard and that I was this crazy guy doing all these crazy hours. And then what I did to do this, because I wasn't making any progress, I started putting a stopwatch on my phone. So every time I started working, I'd put the stopwatch on, and then every time I stopped, I'd take it off. So if I was on Instagram, then I would have the stopwatch on, and then if I get distracted and watch a reel or whatever, I'll turn it off. Because what I realized is when I was tracking my hours, I was on my phone, which felt like all day, I was probably only getting about 5 to 6 hours of actual work done. And that's because when you're on Instagram or wherever you're working, it's probably going to be on social media. Then there's quite a lot of distractions. You've got your friends sending you stuff. You've got reels coming up here, stories, all these things which are distracting you and trying to capture your attention. And they probably will do so. And they probably are doing so. By setting a stopwatch and tracking how many hours you're actually doing something productive that is going to help your business, you'll be quite shocked. And once I saw that, obviously I started making changes. So what I did is I had a spreadsheet. I might put a picture on now. But what I would track is how many hours I actually worked in the stopwatch. I would then put on how focused I felt as a percentage. Of course, there's not really a tangible way to measure this, but if I felt, well, I could have been a lot more focused, it might be as low as 50%, could be 60%, or if I felt there's absolutely no way I could have been more focused, obviously it would be 100%. Then what I also did is my output, also as a percentage, so how much I felt I actually got done with the hours I did today. And then what I did is I rated the day, so I just added the two percentages together and then divided them in half, and then you get an overall rating for the day. So if you're still wondering how many hours, well, it's just 8 to 9 or however many you can. Like I said, I did work a few 12-hour days before, and the next day I felt really fucked and I just couldn't focus or get anything done. So personally, I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend you try it, because if you can do that consistently, then that's amazing. But just find the balance where the next day you're still focused and can do the same thing, because as you know, as a fitness coach, it's just about doing the same basics over and over and over again, which are going to get you the results. And there's no point doing one 10-hour day, one 2-hour, one 3-hour, one 10, because that's not going to get you anywhere. If you have a part-time job or you're on the gym floor and you're thinking, well, how can I actually work those hours? I don't have any secret hack for you. It's just about trying to cram in as much work as you can. If you can get work done while you're at work, if you're learning a skill or developing something for your business and you can listen to a podcast or something, if you can get that done while you're at work, or if you can reply to some text while you're at work, you know, you just need to try and cram it all in, because you don't have the luxury of having an open calendar. And obviously when you get back, try and do so much work. And if you're on a full time, then you just need to work on the weekends. And like I said, try and cram it in, or look at, you know, adjusting your hours slightly lower. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you have enjoyed it, which I hope you have, then like, comment, subscribe and all that. And there is a link in the description. It's me trying to pitch you something. You don't have to check it out at all if you're not interested. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.